What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And tonight, I'm going to preview and predict this Sunday's matchup between the 1-0 Philadelphia Eagles and the 1-0, San Francisco 49ers. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm going to have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy, yo. Man, this is a juicy matchup, man. This is what it's all about, man. Also, one more thing, man. I got a smoke detector way on top of my house. That was kind of high. I didn't get a chance to get to, so y'all gonna hear a little beeping noise, man. Y'all please bear with me. I apologize for that. Yeah, juicy matchup, yo. Philadelphia Eagles last week obviously take care of the Atlanta Falcons 32-6. I was at that game. It was in Atlanta. It was a blast. Jalen Hurts looked great. The defense, looked a little shaky early on, but then got it together and dominated after that. Devontae Smith looked really good. The running backs, both lines of scrimmage. Overall, dominating performance by the Philadelphia Eagles. And then when you look at the San Francisco 49ers, they actually hang on to win a crazy game. They tried to give this game away. They end up beating the Detroit Lions on the road 41-33. They were dominating this game. They just was running Detroit out of the building. Then you got an onside kick, you got a fumble, you had all these things going on. And Detroit was literally inside of the 30-yard line with a chance to tie this game and send it to overtime. But the defense comes through, gets a little pressure on Goff on the fourth down, force it incomplete, and hang on to the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo was really good in this game. Shout out to the rookie running back Elijah Mitchell, former UL Raging Cajun, Iraq, Louisiana native Elijah Mitchell. Shout out to him, man. When I did his thing, had over 100 yards. Deebo Samuel was big time. Looks like the top receiver within this receiving core. He had a big time game. Sherfield got in the end zone. You had Jermichael Hasty gave him some punch in the kitchen in the passing game out the backfield, and obviously we all know about George Kittle. George Kittle go do George Kittle things. Greenlaw got him a pick six, so nice win for both teams, and here we are 1-0. I feel like it's a pretty good big matchup for both teams early in this season because it's one of those games where we're not the best opponent, obviously, on their schedule, and they're not the best opponent, obviously, on our schedule. But it's one of those games that could be the difference between you having a good season and a so-so season. So this is a game that both teams would like to win. They would like to come to Philly, start off 2-0 on the East Coast, and the Eagles would like to, in a home opener, start off 2-0, continue to build a lot of momentum. Looking at the matchups, we're gonna start with the Philadelphia Eagles defense against the 49ers offense. The 49ers offensive line is a solid offensive line, obviously led by Trent Williams, a guy who may end up going to the Hall of Fame. Just a consistent Pro Bowler. You look at the backfield, Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback. What's funny, he's a guy that obviously they drafted Trey Lance with the third overall pick in the draft, traded future picks to move up to get him. So obviously Garoppolo's days in San Francisco are numbered. But he's a guy that though he wins. Like when he starts games and he's out there playing, he wins. Like he wins a lot of games. They went to a Super Bowl just a couple of years ago with him as the starting quarterback. So he's somebody that wins a lot of football games. So he's a winner. I mentioned they lost Raheem Mostert for the season. I don't know what's up with Trey. I don't know if he's injured or what. I didn't really see him out there like that. They got Trey Sermon, a rookie running back they drafted, but Elijah Mitchell gave them really nice juice off the bench, coming in for most of over 100 yards rushing. Hasty looks like a good third down back, catching the ball out the backfield, got a little explosiveness with him. The tight end, obviously Kittle. Like, what do you do with George Kittle? He's arguably he's arguably the best overall tight end in the league when you add blocking. Also, he's a devastating blocker as well as a big time pass catcher. Just an absolute stud who, when we played them last year, gave us a lot of trouble with Nick Mullins throwing him the football. And the receiving core, they got the old Grizzly veteran Muhammad Sanu, but it's a lot of young guys. Debo Samuel is a young guy, a young, really, really talented, physical wide receiver. Got a little, kind of reminds you a little bit of an Anquan Bolden a little bit, just with the physicality that he plays the position with. And Sherfield is a guy that's very explosive, caught a touchdown. Seeing a couple in the preseason caught like a long, like 70 or 80 yarder from Trey Lance. So he's a guy that you got to keep a lookout for also. And Trey Lance himself, you know that there's going to be times where Kyle Shanahan is going to put Trey Lance in the game in like a wildcat situation or give him run pass options. That's something that they're going to use. And Kyle Shanahan himself, I mean, this guy is he's definitely in the top three to top five of creative offensive minds, in my opinion, in the NFL. You see, they got so much motion going on. You got to you got to have eye discipline playing this team. They give you so much eye candy. Usage. Another fullback, another kind of usage. I know I'm probably saying his name wrong. Number 44. He's a guy as a fullback is explosive, catching the ball out the backfield. So Kyle Shanahan used a lot of motion. He used a lot of bootlegs. He gets a lot of things going across the field. You got to be really disciplined with your eyes. That's the thing that, as a defense, you really got to be disciplined with your eyes. And for the Eagles, got after the Falcons last week. Javon Hargraves, 2 sacks, big time game by him. Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham didn't get the sacks, but they got pressure on the quarterback, made Matt Ryan move around, have to come up a little bit. The linebackers, Eric Wilson missed some tackles, but he was in the right position most of the time. He just got to finish and finish and get the guys to the ground. Singleton in the secondary. I like the secondary. Like, I like this Eagles secondary with the veterans we have back there with Darius Slay and Steven Nelson and Anthony Harris and Rodney McLeod didn't play last week. We're gonna see if he's gonna play this week or whatnot. But Marcus Epps got injured unfortunately, but Kavon Wallace stepped in and played really well for us. The key to this, to me, is the Eagles gonna have to do a better job of stopping the 49ers rushing attack. Elijah Mitchell, like I said, over 100 yards rushing last week. Look, the Eagles played very well defensively and held the Falcons to 6 points, but they didn't do that great against the run. Like, that's one area of concern that I have. The Falcons kind of got away from the run once the Eagles expanded their lead a little bit. And the Falcons don't really have Mike Davis, with all due respect to him, is not one of the top runners in this league. Cordero Patterson is a wide receiver, got some nice rushing yards against us. So we're going to have to be more stouter against the run. The 49ers could gas you in the run game. And Kyle Shanahan will not hesitate and not be ashamed or embarrassed to run the football. So that, especially on the road in a hostile environment. So Eagles, the key to this is the Eagles going to have to step up and be better against the run. Obviously, it's going to be hard to stop George Kittle and those young explosive receivers they have. But if they could stop the run game and get the 49ers in third and long with the crowd and let the defensive line go after Jimmy Garoppolo in obvious passing situations, it'll bode good for the defense. So the key to the Eagles defensively is slowing down the 49ers run game, because they didn't do a great job against the Falcons in run defense, and the 49ers ran on Detroit. you look at the other side of the ball now with the Eagles offense going up against the 49ers defense. The 49ers, I mean, Nick Bosa's back. He's back. D Ford got after golf. They got Eric Armstead over there, and they linebacker coach Fred Warner, who is probably the best linebacker in football, if not at least one of the best. Greenlaw got a pick six in this game. Though I did see he was dealing with a little bit of an injury, so I don't know if that's going to keep him out of the game or not. And they secondary, they got a big loss. They did lose Jason Verrett. I mean, I just feel bad for that guy. Like, he was a high draft pick, was a shutdown corner, but just constantly, his whole career has been just injuries. And he looked like he was in a good spot with the 49ers, was going to have you finally was going to probably see his talent, and he's just somebody who has just had bad luck with injuries throughout his career. So prayers to him. It looked like he's out for the year, and hope a speedy recovery for him. And for the Eagles, the offensive line is back and healthy. That center, right guard, right tackle, to me is the best trio of center, right guard, right tackle in the league. Probably only the other team that probably is up there with them is the Dallas Cowboys. But I love the offensive line. Jordan Mailata did a great job out there at left tackle. The only thing, we had penalties. Like, we got to cut down on the penalties. But besides the penalties, Hurst got sacked one time, and that was off of a long, extended play. They did a good job picking up blitzes. They did a good job in the run game. Great job by the offensive line. Jalen Hurst, and great game out there, moving the chains, took what the defense gave him, ran when he had to run, made accurate throws when he had to, just was in total command of the offense. And that's something we need not only in this game, but going forward. And the running backs, Miles Sanders had 70-something yards, got some nice runs. The only problem I had with Miles Sanders this game, it was a couple of runs where I felt like he should have put his head down and went more north than south. Instead, he tried to go east and west and try to break a longer run than what he had, and he got stopped when I thought he could have got an extra 4-5 yards. But besides that, obviously, Miles Sanders is a very explosive running back. Kenny Gainwell had a good game, got a touchdown, caught some passes, did good for us. And in the receiving corps, Devontae Smith, first-round rookie. We traded up, got the number 10 pick, and he looks everything that we wanted him to look. Runs great crisp routes and catches the football with his hands, has great hands. And Jalen Reagor, got to get a little more better, but a guy that's explosive. Now he's not as physical as a Deebo Samuel, but I want Jalen Reagor to kind of, mimic his game after Deebo a little bit. Deebo was kind of the same kind of player coming out of college, was known more as a return guy necessarily than a pure, volume wide receiver. Same with Jalen Reagor. So I think Jalen Reagor should look on the other side, look at Deebo and try to mimic him, emulate his game a little bit, and he could continue to get better and better. And Quez Watkins had a couple of catches early in the game. Dallas guy that caught a touchdown, caught some passes, and the old veteran Zach Ertz caught him a pass. The key to this, just like on the other side of the football, the same thing applies to this side of the football. Eagles got to run the football. Now, I do think that the 49ers got shout out to, I think D'Amico Ryans is their defensive coordinator now also. Former really, really good Philadelphia Eagle linebacker. So shout out to him. Welcome him back to the link. But Eagles got to run the football, just like they did last week against Atlanta. Look, the Detroit Lions had some success on the 49ers running the football, gashing them up the middle. Also, why I say running the ball is important, the 49ers are not a great secondary. They have a great front seven as far as getting after the quarterback. Fred Warner is all world, all amazing. He's everywhere. They got a devastating pass rush. The reason why the Eagles have to run the football is you don't want to be in third and long situations against this defense. Now, granted, they're not playing Jared Goff, somebody who's going to just stand there in the pocket for the most part. Hurts can move around a little bit. But still, you don't want to be in obvious passing situations against this San Francisco 49ers defensive front. You want to keep them on their toes with the run because running the ball could open up play action pass opportunities. I think the Eagles could have some advantages as far as their wide receivers and tight ends against the 49ers secondary. So that's why running the football in this game gonna be key, and obviously protecting Jalen Hurts when we do, take our shots or try to throw the football. Which leads to my prediction. Look, this is a big game. This is a big game for us because this is a statement game. We look really good against Atlanta, but at the same time, people are saying it's Atlanta. And like honestly, Atlanta is not a good football team this year. They're really not. They're gonna struggle. And 49ers are a good football team. They're healthy. For as far as their quarterback and tight ends and all that. I know they got some injuries, but they're a good football team. Uh, when I think about this game, I look at like last week how though the 49ers for the most part dominated that game, Detroit had some success on them on the offensive end. Offensively, Detroit was able to get some success on the San Francisco 49ers. And looking at it, I think this is going to be. I don't think the game will be as high scoring as people may think it. I think you take the under in this game. But I think the Eagles pull it out at home, yo. I think the Eagles at home get this game. I like the Eagles in this game. I'm gonna go 24-20. Philadelphia Eagles get a big win at home to start off 2-0 this season, heading into a big time matchup with Dallas on Monday night the following week. 24-20 Eagles. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm going to have Philadelphia Eagles and NFL content throughout the year. Also, this coming Saturday at 12 p.m. Central to 1 p.m. Central, I'm going to do a live Q&A. Y'all come on there, ask me anything, tell me anything. I'll answer your questions, respond to your comments, and give you a shout out on the live. Y'all should join me. It'll be some good stuff. Also, this coming Sunday from 10 a.m. East Central to 12 noon Central, I co-host Big Time Sports Talk on the radio every Sunday. Y'all download ESPN 1420 app and listen to my radio show this Sunday, 10 a.m. Central to 12 noon Central. Until then, y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.